The last book was written before the close of the first century. Less than 70 years later, we have the first document. Now, we don't have things like Plato, Aristotle. In fact, Aristotle, 69 different manuscripts of Aristotle. We have Plato, only 5. And there are many, 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 many years, decades and decades and decades upon decades of findings that we find among that. But we don't doubt Aristotle. We don't doubt Plato and all the other things that we find in archaeology. We don't doubt those things in history. Why? Because they don't tell us how to live. The problem with the Bible is that it tells us how to live. It reproves us sometimes. It corrects us sometimes. And so, therefore, it's going to be easy for us to say, I reject that part. But notice, 70 years, that's the same thing as World War II to us. It's like saying, well, World War II didn't happen. I don't believe the historical documents at all of World War II. Why should I believe all that? Well, because there were eyewitnesses to that time. I knew some of them. In fact, some of them are alive today. My dad went overseas less than 10 years after World War II was over to serve in Japan. And just a few years, in fact, not even that long, just a couple of years afterwards. So he saw the devastation there that happened because of the war and the bombs that were being dropped. We have actual eyewitnesses, and that's what Peter is saying. We have eyewitnesses of what the historical accounts of actually what happened in the Bible. But here's the biggest thing, just to cut to the chase. No other document, no other religion has predictive prophecy but the Bible. For example, Old Testament, 2,000 Old Testament prophecies fulfilled in the New Testament, 2,000 of them. Born of a Jewish woman, born of a virgin, a descendant, Jesus was going to be a descendant of Abraham, from the tribe of Judah, of the house of David, born in Bethlehem. His way was prepared by a forerunner, John the Baptist, and anointed by the Holy Spirit. Now, when you take in all of those accounts, those are just about Jesus.